Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money and crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Guys, we got a lot of exciting stuff going on. We're going to be talking about Visa with a Bitcoin startup. Very, very intriguing what is happening on that front. Most importantly, we're going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin. I mean, guys, it is insane right now. Thinking about where we're at in this market to think where the price is going. But I've got a huge warning for you guys. And I had a really sobering conversation last night that really just made me think about something. If you hold Bitcoin or Ethereum, you've got to hear. And that's not hyperbole. That's not exaggeration. You really have to listen to that warning. We're going to be discussing altcoin season. It's here, guys. Now, is this a mini run or an extended run? We don't know yet, but even Yahoo is saying it's time for alts to pump. At the end of this video, we're going to be talking about which altcoins you can be looking at and how you can find some altcoins that are probably going to be in the cards to pump next. So let me switch here to my other scene. Hey, guys. All right, guys. So first and foremost, we always like to just say thank you to the subscribers. Guys, 235,000 subscribers. We've added 35K this year, pretty much. I mean, maybe like 32 of that is from this year. So didn't think we were going to get to 100K by the end of last year, and now look, things have exploded. So thank you, definitely all of the subscribers, members of the BitSquad. And I got an interesting video for you guys coming out this weekend where I'm going to talk about this check mark right here and what this means. It means verified. I'll show you guys how to not get scammed. There's a lot of scams going on out there. It is scam season right now. So definitely make sure to be careful out there. And I'm going to show you in a video later this week on how you can tell the difference between me and an impersonator speaking broken English in Nigeria or Pakistan or India or anywhere for that matter. Okay, guys. So let's talk about the market right now. Let's talk about what is going on overall in cryptocurrency. And I had not even noticed this, TJ, until yesterday. Did you know we're now over a $1 trillion market cap? Yeah. $1 trillion market cap in cryptocurrency. Absolutely insane. 80% of it is Bitcoin and Ethereum. So there you go. Well, I mean, the Bitcoin dominance level is 68.7. So I guess that means that the Ethereum dominance level is about 10 or 12.3% technically, if that's correct. But guys, this is unreal. I mean, I remember in 2017 when we thought the market was going to hit $1 trillion, and there was a big thing that happened. If you didn't know, Binance bought CoinMarketCap last year. In 2017, CoinMarketCap was still kind of sketchy. Like, basically, the long and the short of it is, it was one guy in an apartment running it. He had some employees, and then he turned it into a corporate structure at some point. Brandon Shez, he's an Anon guy. Nobody knows who this guy is, really. And when the market got almost to $1 trillion, CoinMarketCap, the number one most visited website in all of cryptocurrency, overnight decided to remove Korean exchange volume from their platform, from the listings, and the market dropped like $100 billion right on that news. And I think it dropped $200 billion more in the next couple of days due to that. So, it's crazy the things that can affect the market in cryptocurrency. But having over $1 trillion market cap is absolutely insane. Where is this going to get to? I think it's probably going to end up, 15 to $20 trillion on this run. I could be wrong, but that is where I think that it is. It's got to get to about 15 trillion to get the crazy moon numbers that we are looking for. So, and then one day people are going to wake up, they're going to be like, wait, I invested in this coin that's supposed to be worth more than Apple is right now. And then everybody will sell. And that's how you know. When you wake up and you say, what the crap have I invested in? Then you are going to probably know that's the top of the market. For you newer folks, at least. So,
interestingly, it never broke $1 trillion back at the previous all-time highs.
Yeah, it never broke $1 trillion at the previous all-time highs. And now Bitcoin dominance is so high that, a large majority of that is Bitcoin itself. I mean, the Bitcoin market cap alone is coming in at, $716 billion. That's crazy. It's almost $1 trillion by itself. And it will be here pretty soon, I believe, and we're going to move to talking about Bitcoin here in just a second. But I did want to take the time to check out what the top performers are right now. I mean, XRP with a huge pump today, rebounding. I'm kind of surprised about this. I'm not surprised it's up 57%, I guess, overall for the week because it did drop so dramatically. But, I mean, for XRP to be pumping right now, it just doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah, in my opinion, I think it shows manipulation because until the SEC rules, you should not be investing in XRP, in my personal opinion. Now, if you have extra money sitting aside that like, hey, if you put $5,000 in it and you literally will not miss it if it goes away, then sure, it's not a bad play. Now, what it could be, let me tell you this, it could be people that have inside information about the fact that a settlement deal is being worked out. You know, that would make sense. If you knew about a settlement deal coming out, you would do that. And I think I am going to do, here's what I decided. In the comments, you guys told me you wanted me to do a video talking about which candidates I have as coins that could be targeted by the SEC after the XRP investigation. I am going to do that video, but I'm going to wait until the next time that there is news, that there's something current new about the situation, whether it's from the XRP Ripple side or from the SEC side. So I'm going to work that into that video instead of doing it right now. Kyber up 16.56%. NXM, Nexum, Swissborg, Cheeseby. I didn't know that was the ticker symbol. Is that because it's Swiss? Swiss Cheeseby, good. It's up 17%. Bitcoin Gold up 17%. Zcash, Dash, obviously that was in my top coins list. I'm holding Ren right now. Good to see that one going up. And then Bitcoin, Bitcoin up 12% itself. And this market is absolutely insane right now. If you look at the top gainers of the week, we got Stellar up 177%, Cardano up 81%, eGold, Elrond up 69%, Synthetics up 68%. These are all projects I'm giving you guys. I told you guys that Synthetics would pump hard a couple weeks ago, and then boom, look at it now. It's kind of like shooting fish in a barrel at this point, though. But I do like that I picked one that's outperforming the rest of the market. So let's talk about Visa and Bitcoin. This story, is this it? No, that is not it. Wrong story. Do I have it in order? I do not have it in order, but close. All right, guys, we got a Visa-backed Bitcoin startup. We're going to talk about this before we get to the price action of Bitcoin and this warning I have for you guys, because this is a big story. Anytime Visa or Google or any of these major companies are involved in cryptocurrency, like it's really, really, really big news. So this is a company, Zap is announcing the company Strike Global, a Bitcoin payments app for global remittances. So this is from the CEO, Jack Mallers. Oh, it's Mahlers. It's Mahlers. That sounds like a roller derby league team. What do they call that? Roller derby? Demolition derby. That's a demolition derby team, the Mahlers. Okay. So basically, Jack Mallers goes in depth in this article into the differences between standard fiat transfer mechanisms and Lightning-powered mechanism in Strike Global. Ugh. TJ, is that why you wanted me to put this in here, because it involves Lightning? He's maximalish, okay? He's maximalish. Lightning Network, am I right? Hey, maybe the Lightning Network. If you didn't know, the Lightning Network is basically a second layer solution for Bitcoin that makes it where more transactions can go through at one time in a block of transactions in order to keep the fees down and everything to be much faster. So that's what Lightning is. It's kind of so far been a flop. I mean, I think only 1% of Bitcoin transactions are using it. And I'm not a huge fan of it. But you know what I also wasn't a fan of? Decentralized exchanges for a long time. The idea was good, but they were really hard to use. And so, maybe Lightning Network will be like that, where all of a sudden one day it just takes off and then it really, really takes off. So Zap could be the Uniswap, if you will, to Lightning Network, the thing that changed the game. So
Visa gave him $3.5 million in July.
Yeah, did it say that in the top here? Okay, so Visa gave them $3.5 million or billion? $1 million. It's still a lot of money. It's not that much. So anyway, Zap, a Lightning Network payment startup backed by Visa through its FinTech Fast Track program, announced on January 6th the rollout of Strike Global, a payments and remittance app. We already said that. So basically what he's doing here is he's explaining the difference between regular fiat transfer systems. And you know what's funny is, so I recently, as you guys know, if you watched yesterday, had my bank account taken and frozen because I did a bank wire from FDIC insured Coinbase. They wanted to know, basically they put me in an impossible situation to where even if I gave them all the documents they wanted, it would take forever. My accounts would be frozen forever. Literally because of a crypto transaction. Now, do they know who I am? I don't know. I mean, it's pretty hard not to see us if you know anything about crypto right now. But at the same time, like, you know, banks don't even know crypto's happening, a lot of them. This came from corporate at BB&T. So we got some fun stuff planned for BB&T. I'll tell you this. This is going to turn into a thing between me and them. So, but anyways, the point is we had it taken. And so I had to close my accounts. Now, they didn't give me a hard time about taking the money out, which was good. However, I had a transaction from Coinbase that went to PayPal that came into my account that hadn't actually like fully hit yet. The PayPal transaction showed the available balance in my account. If you don't know, I'm cash poor. Like, I'm really cash poor. I'm crypto rich, but I'm really cash poor. So whenever I have big purchases or whatever I want to do, I got to move money over to my account from Coinbase. And so when PayPal, I withdraw to PayPal, when it goes to my bank account, it takes a period of time. But it's showing in my balance. I can spend it, and they're all going to go through. But there's literally like a 24-hour window to where they've sent it, but they have to go through these archaic standard fiat transfer mechanisms. It's so funny. I mean, it's like showing Netflix movies and Blockbuster in 2002, okay? It's crazy how they don't realize how much they're perpetuating the problem by using these archaic methods when Lightning-powered mechanism, the one in Strike Global, or just any crypto transactions are almost instant. Okay, even if you had to wait 10 minutes for an Ethereum transfer, that's way faster than anything the bank has going on right now. But because of that one-day gap, that 24-hour period where it was in my balance, but like they literally had not received the money yet from PayPal, what that meant is I couldn't even withdraw my own money because it kind of wasn't even in there. So when I had to close the account, now they got to mail me a check. And I'm just like, I was explaining this to my wife last night. Or maybe it was my wife. I don't know who it was. It wasn't some random woman, what I'm saying. It might have been a friend. It might have been TJ. Who knows? But the point is that I was telling them how archaic these things are, and they were like, wait, I never thought about that. It was my remodeler, which is where that money was going to. And he was like, well, I never thought about it like that. But yeah, when you use your bank account to pay for something, like it takes about 24 hours to process. If you use your debit card, it goes through instantly. And that just shows you that. Why is that? It's because your debit card is an all-digital transaction. Everything that's digital is faster. So this could be Strike Global. It could be the Uniswap, if you will, of global payments in that area. And now you've got Visa behind them, so they just legged up. Speaking of legs up, Bitcoin just hit 39,000. It is pumping 39.1. What other channel do you get this? Do you get live Bitcoin action? Literally any channel that's streaming with a price in the background. But don't mind that, okay? Also, guys, I do want to show you guys this. This is my new BitBoy tumbler, Yeti. Now, this is custom. You can't order this anywhere. You wouldn't want to because it's got my name on the back. TJ's mom made this for me. Naomi, you are the best. I love her. I should probably show her a Christmas card she gave me on here as well one day. But anyways, guys, so the Bitcoin price going up. Now, if we get rejected at 39K here, that's not that big of a deal. The point is Bitcoin is heading to $40,000. In my opinion, there is no question about that. And when is the pullback coming? And we're going to talk about that in a second. But right now, if you look at the Bitcoin chart let's just look at the daily. I mean, guys, it's like it almost looks manipulated. You know what I mean? Like, it almost looks manipulated. It's so clear stair-stepping from the bottom left to the upper right. If I saw this on an altcoin chart, I would be like, I don't know. The more symmetrical the steps are on a chart, the more you can bet it's manipulated. And so with Bitcoin, it has really, we haven't had that giant pullback other than a few wicks here and there. And to me, there's now no doubt that we're going to get to 40K. And what does this have to do with? Why are we not getting pullbacks? Well, it could easily be because of the greater situation going on in the world and in our country right now. And we'll discuss a little bit of that later on. But here's my warning to you guys. I'm very bullish, okay? I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin. However, I had a conversation last night with my grandpa. I am helping my grandpa with investing. He's got a decent chunk in. I hate managing other people's money, but you know, he was like dad to me growing up. So you know what? I'm gonna hook him up, and he's so excited. He's made a lot of money in the last 2 weeks. He just got in 2 weeks ago. He got in at the perfect time on that dip between, I think it was between 24 and 22, and he got in on that dip. Great time to get in. And you know, I was talking to him, and I said, well, you know, you got to be careful. He said, should I put more money in? I said, if you want to put some more money in, you can put a small amount, like in respect to the rest of his portfolio in altcoins, and spread them out. But I would not put another big chunk in. If you've got a big chunk in right now, you should probably be happy with that and just ride that out. You're already exposed enough to crypto to where you are going to get paid. You're going to get rich if you've got a decent amount in. I talked to a guy last night he sent me a message telling me that just this year on different stuff we talked about on this channel, he's went from $10,000 to $100,000, and that we haven't even seen the highest action yet. So you can kind of work that math out. When things get crazy, it doesn't take a whole lot. You're not going to be able to get rich off $10. Okay, you're not going to be able to. I'm just telling you that. Which, speaking of, Bybit has a new promotion where you can get $10 in Bitcoin and $10 in USDT. That was a random plug. We'll do a more official plug here in a moment. But my warning is, be careful. The Bitcoin price, at some point, it has to have a very large correction.
When you say decent amount, what do you mean by that?
Okay, what do I mean by a decent amount? I mean, you could turn $1,000 into a considerable chunk of money. If $1,000 is a lot of money to you, like you think to yourself, man, if I had an extra $1,000, I could really do X, Y, or Z with it. Like if you just work a 9-to-5 job, you're in retail or waiting tables, whatever, you know, $1,000 would be a big deal. Then you're going to be able to turn that $1,000 into a large amount that would be very good for you. Like 10 to 20, maybe 40 to 50. You're not going to be able to turn, probably, unless you're an expert trader or you just get lucky, probably not going to be able to turn $1,000 into $1 million. Okay. But if you got Ian Bellina, so in 2017, he was leading, investing basically on YouTube. He was talking about ICOs, initial coin offerings. A lot of people were making a lot of money. He got a lot of flack when the market went down. And I've got to know Ian very well, and he is a very smart guy, and I respect the crap out of him. I definitely consider him to be a friend, which in 2017, I wouldn't have said that. But it's weird how you get on the other side and you see the perspective. You start seeing things from other people's eyes. And man, it really just makes you think, like, how much of what you think about people is meme culture. But that's beside the point, okay? Ian Bellina turned $50,000 into $5 million in 2017. So that tells you right there that it is possible to turn, like $10,000 into $1 million is what that works out to. So you guys can kind of base it on that. We might hit 40K here live on the screen. Now, are we going to hit 40K and then get rejected? Traditionally, we get 25 to 40% corrections. The giant red candle that we got at about 33K a few days ago, the wick down, that was a 17% correction. And it happened overnight. So most of you didn't even know that occurred. You need to be prepared that if you're putting more money in before we get the correction, it might not be beneficial. I would suggest dollar cost averaging, putting the same amount in every week. If that's what you want to do, it decreases the volatility or the effect of the volatility. Warren Buffett, definitely advocates for it. I would also say, a good strategy, put money in now, keep money for later when the dip happens. So, because I would have said that was great at 30K, but I don't know at this point if we're going to correct below 30K. Because my honest opinion is we are going to be moving to 50K. And at 50K, we will get that big correction. A 25% move from 50,000 would be down to 37.5K.
Apparently
The Fibonacci's at 40. Is there one above that?
I don't know. That's just what the chat.
Yeah, they're saying the Fibonacci number. That's some TA nerd stuff for you guys that aren't into that, but it is effective. It does work. So they're saying 40K could be, a place of rejection. Are they saying they'll get the correction there?
That's what we're saying. It's showing a hard resistance.
Hard resistance at 40K. But guys, I honestly don't know. But the one thing I will tell you is we've had some news. I got some news from somebody that all of a sudden the amount of money flowing into exchanges from private wallets has drastically increased. At 40K, you're exactly twice. You're 2x the previous Bitcoin all-time high. And a lot of these companies that were buying up hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin, they were buying it before we were at all-time highs. They've doubled that money. So this could be a good profit-taking area. But for me personally, I would definitely agree with that. Most of the time when you see money flowing into exchanges, it means corrections and pullbacks and profit-taking is coming. Short-term sellers is what we call them, okay? But the...
Money, are you talking about Bitcoin or dollars?
What'd you say?
Are you talking about Bitcoin or
Bitcoin. Yeah, when I say money, I mean Bitcoin. It is money.
Well, I know, but
Yeah, I know what you mean, though. Yeah. So not U.S. dollars. I'm talking about Bitcoin from private wallets into exchanges. That means people are getting ready to sell or take profits and put them into altcoins, which is the same thing as selling. So that could be how we see some Bitcoin dominance go down. But in my opinion, when you look around at what's happening in the world with the pandemic and the political future of America, the money printing bonanza that's coming, that says to me that it might not happen in the short term. It might not happen at 40K. 50K is a number so big that when we hit that, it's hard to see us not rejecting off that. But because of all of the macro issues going on outside of Bitcoin, that's why we're here, guys. That's why we've had this such solid pump. That's why we haven't had a pullback. It's because there's huge, fundamental, world-changing things going on right now that are drastically affecting financial markets. People are looking at the stock market and they're saying, oh crap, this shouldn't be right. Wait, businesses are closing everywhere. States are still shut down. They're saying 8 months before, the vaccines are widely distributed or whatever the case, if you're into the vaccine stuff, that's not ending anytime soon. Like, a lot of these businesses are suffering a lot or have closed. We got the new thing, zombie businesses, which are businesses that exist solely to receive stimulus money.
Junie just super chat said Forbes just published a BTC target at 70K.
Wow. Forbes just published, thank you, Judy, an article saying Bitcoin to 70K. Wow, that would be amazing.
We'll talk about this now. It's good for the belly rats thing.
Yeah, well, real quick, I want to talk about what we're doing with trades right now. Right now, I'm not in a trade. It's a long story, but I'm not in a trade right now. I wish I would have got in. I got in yesterday around 34.3 or 34.5, and I got stopped out, and then I just never went back to it. I was trading Ethereum. I think I mentioned that yesterday on the stream. But right now, it feels like I'm just waiting for the pullback. Like, it's hard to really know exactly what the future of this market is. So that's what I'm doing with my trades on Bybit. But I do want to bring up the new referral structure for Bybit. You guys are going to want to hear this if you are into free money and you're interested in this kind of trading, which once again can be very dangerous. If you're new, if this is the first time you ever have traded, don't do this. Go to Coinbase, okay? But for you guys that are interested now with Bybit, you can sign up at bybit.BitBoy.Live. You get $10, a $10 bonus in USDT and a $10 bonus in Bitcoin. So it's like $20 for free just for signing up. And they've always got good promotions there. So I think we're getting ready. This is a big announcement, guys. We're getting ready actually to do a Bybit trading competition only for the BitSquad. My goal is to have between 500 and 1,000 people sign up. I think we can do it pretty easily. A minimum to deposit will be like $100, so it's not a lot. And you can still win a lot of money because I don't know what the prize structure is going to be yet, but it's going to be a lot. You guys are going to be impressed when it comes out. And I may do something even on top of what Bybit's doing. So in the Australian dollar, it's 50K? Wow. I buy a bunch of ostriches. No, kangaroos. Emus. Sorry, emus. But where was I going with that? You totally made me lose my train of thought there. Oh, the trading competition. Signups will start for that on the 18th and run through the 24th. And then the next 2 weeks, we're going to have that trading competition. You guys will get to trade against me. We got a new possible TA guy coming in the office. So we might have some more stuff coming. Had a lot of these TA guys, by the way, that I've mentioned on the channel telling me that they got huge pumps in their subscriber numbers when I mentioned them. So, hey, do what I can to help other people. So anyways, guys, remember that about the referral. You can get some free money for signing up at Bybit. So speaking of Bitcoin and what's happening in the world right now, which I'll keep an eye on the price tab. We're eventually going to have a scrolling price ticker at the bottom here. So, but let's see what Mike Novogratz had to say about Bitcoin. Now, I don't think they're going to be able to hear this. Hold on. They can hear it like secondhand, but that's not what I want. Let's see here. I think I can actually fix that real quick. Is that? Let's see here. Hold on one second, guys. Let me see if I can get this to work. I don't think I can. I don't remember how to do it. Audio input, audio output capture.
If it won't work, then
I'm just going to try one thing, see if I can get it to work. Why is it not showing when I do that? It's already there. Oh, maybe it is working.
I'd say it might. It should. You should be able to just hit play.
Where does gold go from here? Where
No.
does it end the year? As people have these inflation expectations and other uncertainties in this market.
Listen, I think both gold and Bitcoin are going a lot higher. But gold could easily go up 30% this year. You know, when markets start breaking to new highs and there's these manias, it's very hard to pick a top, right? Like I originally thought Bitcoin will go to 50 or 60,000 this year because that's 10% of gold. But all of a sudden things are happening so fast, it could easily be 20% of gold. And I think gold is going higher. And so we are certainly in an acceleration of the worry about debasing of fiat currencies. When I say debasing of fiat currencies, it's central banks printing money. Think about what I said, 75% of all the dollars in circulation were printed in the last 10 years. That's an incredible statistic.
That's it?
It broadly means that, you know, 4 times as many dollars as we did 10 years ago.
Guys, and I think that, yeah. Guys, and I think that really what's going on in this video is so crazy. Now, Bitcoin's at 39.6 right now on Bybit. But what's going on in this video is crazy because all of the DC chaos is unfolding behind him. Now, this DC chaos that occurred yesterday, like it was almost like a giant meme. You know, if you saw the people that were inside the Capitol, like that guy dressed in Viking horns and grandmas in there, like it was pretty crazy. I understand people's frustrations, definitely. But we did see yesterday the country kind of like the people that were delusional thinking that this was going to get overturned, which I never believed this was going to get overturned. I don't want to say anything about the election, just from a YouTube perspective. But the thing is, I understand people's concerns and why they're upset and why they're extremely frustrated. I'm frustrated about a lot of stuff myself, but it just is what it is at this point. You know, like we're going to have to spend the next 2 to 4 years fixing the election system so people have confidence in it. This obviously wasn't the way to go. It kind of showed people that want to harm the country how easy it would be to take over the Capitol. But you got this mass chaos going on outside, right behind, the screen of where Mike Novogratz is talking about the internal financial chaos that is going on in the United States. This is almost, I'll be honest with you, this scene that's going on the screen here, it's almost like a metaphor for what's happening with our financial system right now. Like it is getting overran by people who do not understand, economics. Now, I'm not saying that's what the people there are, but it's just mass chaos is what I'm saying. The fact that we've got people that are saying, let's print more money when what he said, what was the percent? 75%? 75% of all the money in circulation has been printed in the last how many years? Since 2010. 75%. And if you watched any of our videos on the Great Reset and the history of currency, then you know that once a civilization or an empire gets towards the end of its dominance in terms of being a superpower, we look back at the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire. I think we looked at few other ones. But when you look back at those two specifically, I mean, a lot of people say America really kind of, aligns with the Roman Empire. When the finances start to crash, it goes parabolic. It goes exponential because the amount of money you have to print to keep up with the inflation and the loss of the, purchasing power, it's insane. And it gets to where, like, I'm reminded of, I went to this World War I museum when I was in Kansas City a few weeks ago. And I was just looking at that, and they were talking about what happened, after World War I to Germany that made it so frustrated that, World War II broke out. And I'm not obviously an excuse.
Thanks, Don King. He said almost 7,000 people in here and only a few hundred.
Yeah, thanks, Don King. Don King? Don Kane. Okay. Don Kane do anything. That guy's great. Yeah, we need those likes, guys. Smash. No. Please do not smash the likes. I want you to take your finger, place it on your cursor, and lightly click the like button. Also, if you want to click the dislike button, get the out of here. I'm just kidding. Literally, you can click the dislike button, and it counts the exact same as the dislike button. So, yeah, or as the like button. They count the exact same for the algorithm. So even if you don't like what we're talking about, click it anyways, because that will help me too, which would probably be against what you want to do. But guys, we are seeing this in America, or what I was saying was in Germany, they were having to push around wheelbarrows of cash because their money got so inflated and worthless due to World War I. We've seen the same thing in Venezuela with hyperinflation. The numbers get insane, and I am very, very nervous that is where we're heading to. I mean, how much money can they keep printing? And yet they just keep doing it. And here's the funny thing. Let me tell you the funny thing about this, okay? The funny thing is, literally no one in Washington is talking about this. What campaign issue did you see come up in the presidential election or any of the local elections where somebody said, wait a second, guys, I know everybody needs help. People that have been harmed by the pandemic need help. But can we actually just keep printing money? Like, nobody's looking around being like, does this actually work? Or what's going to happen in the future? It's the same reason why people go out and spend tons of money on their credit cards, knowing that once they get all their bills in, like, they don't have minimum payment. They're going to end up going bankrupt, but they want it now. What these politicians are after is your vote. That's literally all they care about. Their vote and money for the lobbyists and their financial donors. That's all these people care about. And it's on both sides of the aisle. If you don't think it is, you're fooling yourself. I'm sure there's a few good ones out there, just like anywhere else. There's probably some real good, people. I tell you what, if I ever run for president one day, which who knows, okay? If I ever run for political office one day, which I've thought about doing in the past, but I probably will not do just because of the, divisive nature of it. I would definitely go in there, and I wouldn't be taking money from it. I would go in there because I would have so much money that I don't need money, and I would just be like, screw y'all. I'm not taking any money for anything. I'm going to do what I think needs to be done. And the problem is our election cycle, too, where you're always running for the next election during your current tenure. And that's what we're seeing with these politicians right now. We're seeing that with the senators. Everything is smoke and mirrors. So all they're talking about is how they're helping people. Even Donald Trump wanted to talk about $2,000 payments. Like, that's great. Like, I'm glad you want to help people. We all want to help people. But, yeah, what's the cost? What's the monetary policy here? Like, you look at what happened with 9/11. Like, we got the Patriot Act out of there. Everybody pretty much universally agrees that was a terrible thing, okay, when we found out what was really going on. Through this whole pandemic, what things are going to be ushered in from a financial policy perspective that are going to destroy our economy? And that's definitely coming. Speaking of stimulus and Mike Novogratz combined, he predicts that young people will buy Bitcoin with their stimulus checks. These are the people that are smart. But here's the interesting thing is I told you guys that my bank that I don't even know if I don't even know if money can go in there now. But based on, my taxes, I did get a stimulus check from last year. And, the thing is, it's not in my account yet. They said by January 4th, and it didn't come in. So what that means is this money is coming until January 15th. So by, my estimation, by the 15th, we're going to see money pouring in, and it hasn't hit everybody's accounts yet is the point. when that money comes in, it's going to be pouring in from young people especially, but I think older people as well that are going to look at that $600 and they're going to say, what a joke. And they're going to look at Bitcoin and they're going to say, I don't need the $600 anyways. It ain't going to do anything for me. What is $600 going to do to change someone's situation? Now, if you're a family and you get, a total of $3,000, then, you can do something. You can pay a couple months rent with that, or a few months rent, or buy groceries for a couple months with $3,000. But obviously, if you're a person that has all kinds of bills, that will not cover you for a single month. So aren't you better off investing in something that has an opportunity to give you a much bigger bang on the buck? Now, whether we get a correction before that or after that, I don't know. But I kind of think this could be catalyst to push the price up to 50K, where we get that really, really, really big rejection. Because I think investors that are wanting to take profits and manipulate the market are probably smart enough to know that when the stimulus money comes out and it goes all across the board, we're going to get a real big pump. And so you would think they would want to sell that pump as it goes up to 50K and then dump it down. And hey, guys, if it goes up to 50K, I'm fine with it. 37.5K. If 25% rejection at that point. When we were looking at a 25% rejection and it was at 28,000, and now that 25% rejection would push it almost back below 20,000, the all-time high. Or if it happened anytime previous to 28,000, that would have been a big deal. But the fact we are, in my opinion, so far ahead of the curve with the Bitcoin price, I don't see it going back to those previous all-time high numbers. Who knows, maybe after the bull market. But I don't see it happening before going sub 20K. I mean, some people were saying, it's going to go back to 14K or 17K or whatever. I don't see that at all. So definitely this stimulus money is coming, and it's going to be coming in there. So PayPal and Coinbase invest in crypto tax automation startup TaxBit. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me to talk and do videos about crypto taxes. While it's good information, man, taxes are boring. That's why TJ's here to help me work on that stuff. He's a nerd. He's like, give me some numbers and a business structure. I'll really be able to do something with that. Oh yeah, look at that thing. Me, I'm like glazed over. I hate talking about that stuff. But that is something we are going to do. We are going to be doing some videos in the coming months. They're going to talk, I'm sure by the end of this month, we'll have a video giving you guys some options on some places. What I personally do for my own tax situation, because I want y'all to know this, and I'm not saying this because we're live streaming. Like, literally, the way that I operate in cryptocurrency is I disclose everything. I disclose sponsorships. I disclose my money. I will pay taxes. I will pay the capital gains taxes. I'm not going to try to move money around and hide it. I could do it pretty easily, especially with knowing how to do things. But personally, guys, cryptocurrency has made me a lot of money, and I don't want it to cost me a lot of money. So I would rather go ahead and just pay it and be upfront and do that, especially because, look, you might be able to hide something. You might be a guy that's got $6,000 in crypto and is, in a house in Wyoming that doesn't even have the internet, which doesn't make sense because you wouldn't be watching this. Me, I'm one of the largest cryptocurrency channels. We passed box mining. We're now number 4. Heading for you, Ivan. I love you, but I got to do it. And there's a great chance I'm getting audited. There's definitely a great chance, at least, that I'll get, a lot of eyes on me for different stuff. So I'm going to do everything the right way, just the way I do everything, upfront and honest. So I'm going to show you guys what I've done. Basically, I've used a company called Zen Ledger, and then they referred me out also to a a business CPA that deals in crypto. So I got the automated software, and I've got the crypto CPA. And so I'm going to be giving you guys kind of how that works and show you guys what you need to do for your individual situation, what you should kind of be anticipating. But if you think you're going to make a ton of money in crypto and cash out at some point, you're definitely going to want to watch that because, this is going to be a big business, guys. This is why PayPal is investing in this. You got to do your taxes right. You can't go to your regular CPA. He ain't going to know anything about crypto. He ain't going to. Yes. So PayPal and Coinbase, and PayPal is has cryptocurrency on it now, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. They want to make it easy for automation with taxes for people buying cryptocurrency through PayPal and through Coinbase. And the interesting thing is, before I had my bank account taken this week, Coinbase and PayPal were working great together to get my money to the bank. It's when I skipped PayPal and went straight to the bank from Coinbase, I got in trouble, guys. I'm a fraud. I'm fraudulent. They reported me for fraud because I have a cryptocurrency wire from Coinbase. And it's not even that much money. Like, it's not like an insane amount of money or anything like that. So, freaking nuts. But anyway, so TaxBit, a firm providing cryptocurrency tax automation software, says it has secured investments from the venture arms of PayPal and Coinbase, as well as did you know it was an existing investor was Winklevoss Capital? Did you read that? I missed that part earlier when I was looking at this. But they did not disclose the amount. Gosh, those Winklevoss twins. I love it. Why are they not on my channel? Hey, Cam, Ta, what's up? Let's do this. Maybe I'd do better if I just did a thumbnail where I pretended that y'all were on the show. I'm looking at you, Altcoin Daily. I like those guys too. Just give them a hard time. But I would like to get them on the show. Seriously, talk about their experience in cryptocurrency. But the long and short of it is a big headache is what they're calling it for new investors to deal with tax stuff when it comes to cryptocurrency. And I think part of this is they understand where we're going on the short term here and know that there's going to be so many people clueless about what to do. And we already know the IRS is starting to come down a little bit harder on people that are not, filing their crypto taxes the way that they should. So definitely going to follow this. I don't know, maybe we reach out to TaxBit and talk to them. So I like Zen Ledger, but it's not for everybody. So I'd like to give you guys some different options. So maybe TaxBit might be that option. Guys, so let's see. No, this is not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this. Atlanta could become cryptocurrency hub as Bitcoin popularity grows. Now that sounds cool. Okay, right? Sounds cool. We were just actually talking about this yesterday on the stream about how ICE is here that owns the New York Stock Exchange. And of course, they own back the Bitcoin futures. So let's see what this article says. I'm looking here. Aaron, guys, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Do y'all see her name? Erin Schilling. She was destined for this. Biz Journals. Is that a real name? Surely. She's in the Atlanta business. Yeah. Her last name is Schilling. It does matter, TJ. I'm sorry. So, guys, here's this article. Here's the main point of what I'm trying to show you. And see, this is why TJ and I fight. He's trying to rush me through this. Okay. They talk about BitPay, Bitcoin Depot. And, guys, I'm scrolling through this on purpose because they ain't saying anything important. Talking about back, blah, 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 blah. Oh, let's look here. Home Depot, UPS, blah, blah. Guys, is there something you guys noticed about this article as we're scrolling through it? What the Atlanta? Why am I not in this? Why am I not in this article? I am Atlanta. First of all, I live and breathe everything that is Atlanta, okay? We're getting season tickets to the Hawks here soon. One of the 3 teams I think you can go to the games. We're going to get a suite up there and be balling out. Maybe some of y'all live in Atlanta, come to hang out with me, okay? We're going to start doing meetups, TA. You're not going to be able to go around Atlanta without seeing our imprint everywhere. And these guys, they don't even know we exist. Okay? Yeah, if anybody's from the ATL, make sure you guys drop a comment. Yeah, let us know if you want to hit up with the meetups. We actually just hired a guy who watches the channel from a local college around here. Pretty excited about that. Can't wait to get him in here. So we love Atlanta. We love the city. And, we want this to become a cryptocurrency hub. But, guys, it ain't going to become no crypto hub if they ain't got no BitBoy crypto, okay, in the article. So, all right, guys, last thing I want to talk about. I'm so offended by that, TJ. I'm so offended at the article. I'm also offended at you rushing me, but I'm offended at both those things. Guys, this is Yahoo Finance right here, okay? I don't know. Top of the market things, I don't know. Expected rise in Ether Bitcoin volatility points to altcoin season ahead. Analyst. What are these people doing? Maybe that's just for SEO purposes. But the point here is that this article goes to explain how the volatility for Ethereum and Bitcoin is so high right now. It is a record high of 46%. It's surpassed the previous peak of 45% seen on February 21st. according to data provider Skew. Isn't that like a...
Super chat from John Lawrence says USAA has crypto wallets on their website now. You can send a screenshot to the Telegram.
USAA? Is that that's for armed services?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the USSA, I think it's a like military bank or something. USAA has crypto wallets on their website now, and that's the military, I believe, or that's the like a credit union just for military. I think maybe I'm wrong on that. But anyways, guys, I'm not in the military, so I don't know. So anyways, they have this volatility. Data provider Skew, which I think is the contradiction of that name is pretty interesting. But the 3 and 6 month spreads have risen to an 11-month high of 32% and 23% respectively. Traders are expected increased volatility for Ether relative to Bitcoin. So when you think about how we get to a place where Bitcoin dominance goes down, okay, right now Bitcoin dominance is at 68.8%. It hasn't really moved in the last week, and that shows you how much money is flowing into this market. I think it was 72% maybe early last week, and then it dropped to 69, 68%, and it's kind of stayed steady since then. That shows how much money is flowing into this market. That we're seeing altcoins pump, and Bitcoin dominance ain't changing, okay? When altcoin season arrives, a time where we're getting these pumps every day from almost every coin, and they're way bigger than what we've seen from Ethereum and Bitcoin. I mean, we're talking about could see 200 to 300% pumps in a day, and it won't be abnormal to see that, okay? That's when people are taking money out of Bitcoin and out of Ethereum and putting it into other coins. Because of that, because they're selling Bitcoin, the Bitcoin dominance has to go down. They're selling Bitcoin to buy altcoins. So we look for this number to start having a rapid decline. Okay, when you look back here at, when you click the Bitcoin dominance level, it shows you, why is it not, oh, it's still loading. Come on, CoinMarketCap. Don't you know we're in the middle of a stream right now? Can you please load? Why did it not load? Loading. Okay, well, hopefully it pops up. But the point is for Bitcoin dominance, you need these drastic areas where it goes down considerably. Like we want Bitcoin dominance to be down below 50%, ideally. It got down to, I believe, 32% in the last market cycle. If it went down to 32%, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine. But I don't think it will. I don't think it'll go down that low again. There's more competition, but we've talked about it a lot of times. There's more institutional money coming in that is not going to be letting go of their Bitcoin. They're not going to be selling for altcoins. They don't care. Is this just down? Is Bitcoin dominance down? Is the chart down right now? I'm just going to type in Bitcoin dominance chart. Because I don't know, does CoinGecko have one on there? Oh, here's the Trading View Index. We can show this. This would be pretty good. Bitcoin hanging tough at 39.3. Okay, let's go to the daily chart here. This is Bitcoin dominance, so this is charting, so we can turn this off. And we can turn this off. Okay, move that up. Okay, so it did have a little bit of a fall when you have it stretched out, but then you close it that much. Yeah. Is that what somebody said? CoinMarketCap is down? What a coincidence. We're trying to use it and it's down. How about that?
Everybody's trying to use it right now.
I mean, it's number one most visited site in cryptocurrency. Okay, guys, so when we go back and we look at the Bitcoin dominance level in 2016 and 2017, okay, what you'll notice is it had drastic falls. Look at this is so drastic when it dropped from 67%, dropped from 79% all the way down to like 49%. There's not even a candle there. It happened like so quick. That's pretty funny. I've been noticing this on some crypto charts where there's some candles missing, and I think it has to do something with like Caleb and Brown. I got my grandpa. That's where he went through to get his crypto. It is Caleb and Brown is the OTC, the over-the-counter broker that I use. My grandpa just went through them to put in a large amount because you can't buy, like more than $20,000, I think, on Coinbase, especially if you have a new account. So if you have a considerable amount of money that you want to put in, you definitely want to go OTC. It's CB.BitBoy.Live. And Jeff over there, that's my guy. I love Jeff. So And another thing I do want to bring up real quick about, since I'm saying OTC, there's a fake Telegram group called OTC BitSquad or BitSquad OTC. That's not a real Telegram group. If you're in that Telegram group, it's a scam, but Telegram won't do anything about it. We're going to be doing some things on that front starting soon also, but be careful about that. So back to Bitcoin dominance here. Every time you see a considerable drop, like let's get the old handy dandy ruler out here, okay? Here we saw a 4% drop, but then we get into the bigger drops, okay? This drop went from a total of, click my calendar. Did I say calendar? It's a ruler. I don't know why I say calendar. We had that drop, 35% drop in Bitcoin dominance. It went all the way from 96% to 61%, okay? That was in May of 17, which, interestingly enough, was when Litecoin support was added to Coinbase. I discovered that this morning doing research for my Litecoin video. So maybe that had something to do with that. Then it pumped back up, okay? And after that, it had another fall down to 37%, okay? These are good falls. This is what we want to see for altcoins to pump up. And, you know, let's see, that was to there. Then we had another one dropped 49%, okay? The point is we need these drops, and they're big when they happen. Like, look, steady, 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 and then dramatic fall. So when we come over here and we look at where we're at right now, we're at 72%. And you know what's interesting? This right here is kind of it's a little zone for Bitcoin dominance. If you look back in September of 19, we got about to this same level. Okay, let me stretch it out a little bit here so we can look a little closer at these candles here. Yeah, September of 19, so I'll stretch it a little further. Okay. All right, so when we look at this, you can see like there is a pretty decent like kind of resistance line about right here around 73%. Why does it always go to super thick? I hate that. Well, I like them super thick, just not my lines. You know what I'm saying? If you look at what happened, if we really zoom in at that line of resistance for Bitcoin dominance, oh gosh, guys, this is getting me excited right now. Let me be honest with you. I'll tell you, we're loading up on some Litecoin this week. That's one coin we're looking at right now. I got a video on Saturday to explain why. But when you look at what happened here on this resistance, it spiked up and immediately wicked down. Like this is strong resistance at 72%. And in my opinion, since we glanced off of this, you saw what happened the last time it happened. It dropped a total of, from that 73% all the way down to 57%. That's getting us closer. Okay, but that was not even during the bull market, really. Okay, that included the market crash. So we could be looking at this dominance level falling pretty hard. It looks like it's bounced up a little bit. It did get down to 67%. I think this thing's about to fall. When this thing falls, let's see. I wonder, let's do something crazy. Let me turn on Market Cipher. See what Market Cipher says about this chart. That's an interesting little thing to do here. Because, I mean, we're not trying to trade it, but this will help us analyze it a little better here. Ethereum's breaking out right now, 1272. Wow, 1272. Man, I was waiting to catch that pump and I missed it. That's awesome. Guys, look at what we got here on Market Cipher. This is pretty interesting. So this is on the daily chart. Right now, when the price was, or when the Bitcoin dominance level was about the same place, 69%, we got a red X right here. This red X is not a dead set giveaway, okay? But this red X here means probably it is going to drop. Now, this is not a price, it's a percentage. If this thing starts free falling down below 68, 67, 66, 65%, right now with all this attention looking at altcoins, it's going to perpetuate the drop, okay? We're all anticipating altcoin season right now, okay? And every percent that it drops, people are going to be getting more bullish on this. If this thing drops down below 65%, it's probably going to free fall all the way down to below 50%, I believe. It could come back up, but that's what I think is going to happen. I think it probably won't go lower than 40% on this entire cycle. But once again, there's more competition, so definitely could be wrong there, but that's what I believe. So let's just pull up the Ethereum chart since we're like sitting here geeking over the Ethereum price. Can't wait to check my portfolio. That sounds pretty good. Let's go to Bybit ETH USD. All right. And just a reminder, guys, if you do want to sign up for Bybit, you can pull up the chart on TradingView and see it live. And you can sign up by going to Bybit.BitBoy.Live. So, guys, look at this breakout we just had. Wow. Let's see. So it was at about a drop. Guys, it was at $713 like pretty recently. Like just on the second. And now it's gone up 80%, 1281. Wow. I really wanted to catch that pump up on a trade and I did not get it. Why? Because this morning I left my phone at home. I didn't have my two-factor. Okay? I was going to get in this and I couldn't even do it. So, God, that sucks. Okay, and it shows, guys, this is not slowing down. We've still got the little yellow diamonds above it, which indicates on Market Cipher this trend's going to continue. I told you guys we will hit all-time highs for Ethereum by January 17th, if not much sooner. So just lastly, just want to wrap up with this, okay? What can you take away from all of this bullish altcoin news? Because you can go around and just start throwing money in stuff you don't understand and basically playing the lottery on what the next coin is to pump. And that's not a terrible strategy. I mean, right now it's not. Anybody can win right now. There's so much winning, you're going to get sick of it. TJ, are you getting sick of winning? I'll tell you, watching those subscriber numbers go up, I'm getting a little numb to it. Like, I can't believe how fast the subscriber numbers are growing. And it's like every day I check it and I'm just like, oh, wow, I can't believe I had that many. That's more subscribers than I had in my... We almost beat my first year or more. My first year, almost 2 years. Actually, it was over 2 years of doing this channel. I didn't hit 10,000 subscribers, and I added 10,000 yesterday. So that'll tell you. Bull market things, am I right? The quality of the videos here doesn't hurt, I'm sure. But guys, what's a strategy to pick these altcoins? Well, one thing you need to be looking at is which coins are not pumping, okay? We're getting to a place where coins that are not pumping, as long as there's not something fundamentally wrong with them, like, something like you wouldn't want to have Bytecoin. Bytecoin is like a giant scam token, okay? Now, it's not literally like stealing your money per se, but it's a whole scam behind it, okay? You wouldn't have wanted to be in BitConnect, okay, in 2017. But if you're looking for projects that have not pumped hard over the last week, 2 weeks, 5 days, whatever you want to look at, that's a pretty good strategy to try to discover what's next. Because when you look here, the last 7 days, is that right? Out of the top 100, only Monero is down. And it's down 4%, but it's up 6% today. It had a drastic drop because of the news surrounding privacy coins getting banned in different places. But you start looking down here and you say, oh, wow, Waves, really good project. All this price action, it's up less than 1% for the week. That doesn't add up. Dash, once again, project I'm so bullish on for this year, only a 7% pump compared to, it's number 10, is number 90 out of the top 100 for biggest pump this week. Number 90. You start looking at this stuff, and it doesn't really add up, okay? Now, when you start getting into anything that's up 18 to 20%, now you're saying, okay, these had a pretty good pump this week. So I wouldn't necessarily be dying to jump in any of these to ride some short-term swing trades. You got to start using these research tools. Token metrics, another really good one, because sometimes you can go into the token metrics analysis and see that okay, even though this one, Polkadot, for instance, has already pumped really hard recently, it's still got more room to the upside. But I understand that everybody doesn't have hours per day to go in and do that kind of research. Fortunately, Token Metrics does a lot of that for you. If you want to sign up, TM.BitBoy.Live, get a trial for less than $5 for 7 days and see if you like it or not. But just by the number strategy, just looking at the percentage of a chance of a coin pumping, when you have one that's down and everything else is up and there's not something fundamentally wrong with it, that's a good clue for some coins you might want to consider. I've already given you my top coins for January. We did that last night. Tonight, we've got a Bitcoin prediction video giving you guys my new Bitcoin price prediction. I will say it is much higher. Who knows? Maybe it'll hit it tomorrow while we're live streaming. So that's all I got. Do you have anything else, TJ?
No, that's it. Stay tuned for tomorrow.
Yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow. Do you guys want to see TJ on camera one day? They already said it. If you watch the video with him in it, it was our worst performing video ever. So that sounds like what someone would say that was the reason why it didn't do well. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, guys. All right, guys. Well, that is all we got. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, smash the like button before you leave. Ooh, don't break your computer.
8,000 people here, only 1,500.
8,000 watching and only 1,500 hit that like button. Just know the more you hit the like button, think about it like this. Be selfish. The more you like the videos, the better the algorithm recommends the videos, the more people that know about crypto. And we need those people to come in. So really, when you smash that like button, you're really saying, let's get this crypto. Sorry, that's Crypto Kirby's tagline, but I say it and I just realized it the other day it's his tagline. Let's make this crypto. How about that? I'll change it a little bit. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. We got, how many videos today coming out later? 2, right?